Hi, my name is Dr. Anna Baranowsky, and I'm a clinical psychologist, and my area of expertise is actually working with trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder, and it is a big topic. With over 385,000 global searches on Google monthly, it's a huge issue, and one that I know that many people struggle with, whether they've experienced war, whether they're military, whether they've experienced violent crime or abuse, whether they were young or older when these things happen. This is something that is the great human equalizer. It can in fact impact anybody. You, me, none of us are really invulnerable to this. And so it is a human issue, and one that learning how to recover after trauma can become such an important part of life. So I run a very busy clinical practice where I see primarily trauma survivors, and in the course of my day I will work individually with many people, or certainly over the course of the week. But I have a great sense of feeling of compassion for the clients that I work with, and respect. I think this really came from seeing my own father, who'd experienced massive trauma himself. And when you look at a loved one and you see how they suffer, you do understand how important it is to embrace growth after trauma, to learn how you can actually move forward, work through terrible experiences. And I think that in recognizing this and seeing that people do grow and can grow beyond what they've experienced, I have a great sense of hope and encouragement for those that I work with. But I also recognize that there's a great need to not only train other people in how to help trauma survivors, but help other trauma survivors who don't necessarily have access to direct trauma-trained therapists. So there's two other things that I do. Well, I write books. I've written What is PTSD, and I've written Trauma Practice, but I've also developed two different websites. One is TICLEARN, TICLEARN.com, and that's a website where we train therapists, emergency responders, community workers, people all over the world. I think it's about 45 different countries now, and we teach them how to help trauma survivors. And the other website, What is PTSD, we have just launched the Trauma Growth Program. And this is a program with 7 modules to help trauma survivors wherever they are. And of course, we do sell those programs, but I know that it isn't reaching the numbers that it could, that it should, to make the difference that it can. And I'm really passionate about that. I want to be able to see that it can help as many people as possible, so that they can figure out how they can embrace growth after trauma. Because I know that when people suffer with the impact of trauma, they suffer with the intrusive memories and thoughts, they isolate, they feel embarrassed and ashamed of their feelings, they struggle with strong feelings of fear and feel overwhelmed all the time. And when that's a driver in life, when that's the lens in which you look at your world, that can undermine everything. Your relationships, how you do in life, the kind of work you do or don't do, how much time you spend doing the things that are really meaningful to you. And when trauma is the driver, it shuts a lot of that down. I really would love to see the work that I'm doing and the products that we're creating help more and more people, because I'm passionate about this work, and I'm passionate about growth after trauma.